10:34 a.m., officers received a call, shooting in progress. Officers arrived there shortly thereafter. The location is a downtown location, billiards, bowling alley located at 1201 San Jacinto Street, here in the downtown area. Once officers arrived, they came upon a male who was deceased. That male has been identified as Kersnick Ball, better known as Takeoff. He's a member of the Migos rap group out of Atlanta. And I want to pause again, because sometimes the hip-hop community gets a bad name. And I know, evident from this city and people who I have a personal relationship, a lot of great people in our hip-hop community, and I respect them. But back to Takeoff. I got many calls from Houston and outside of Houston, and everyone spoke of what a great young man this is, how peaceful he is, what a great artist. And I'm calling upon everybody, our hip-hop artists in Houston and around the nation. We got to police ourselves. It is so many talented individuals, men and women, in that community who, again, I love and I respect. And we all need to stand together and make sure nobody tears down that industry. And I'm calling to start here in Houston, here and possibly as early as next week. I want to meet with some of our artists and see how we can taper things down.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Reginal Drummer, the peopleologist, coming to you live on this Sunday evening. Welcome to another episode of We Are Ready, where we're focusing on making sure that we prepare ourselves for those things that are important for ourselves, our families, and our communities. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a position of war. And if we're not prepared for the battle, when we're not prepared for the battle, when the action comes, you will be at the mercy of whoever or whatever shows up. I encourage everyone to like, share, subscribe, and join us over here at Square Mile Media Atlanta. We got a lot of content, a lot of shows that we do, and we have a lot of important guests that come on board. Also encourage you to take full advantage of every opportunity to prepare your family. Prepare yourself first and prepare your family and your community so that you'll be prepared for whatever's coming your way. Our condolences go out to Brother Takeoff, another young brother that was taken early in life. And it's not new news for us to lose young black males to acts of violence, and it saddened us. Just around the corner where there's school shootings, your neighborhood, drugs, health crisis, crime, the environment, abortions, family issues, educational problems, the economy, and people are asking, where are the black men? Where are the black men? Where are the black men? Where are they? Where are we? What are we doing? What are we doing about the situation we currently are in here in America? I want to share something real quick before I bring some gentlemen on board. And it's a song entitled Being Black in America, being a black man in America. Sometimes I just can't believe people think that I'm just a crazy, crazy fool for believing in a dream. You can look at me, you can look at my car, and sometimes you'll tell me I'm lucky or well off by far. But for me, just to be black, brown, I want to be free. This is a thought. This is a thought. There are many things that are facing our community. And tonight I brought assembled some brothers to come on board. And for everybody that joined us over on Facebook, come on over to Square Mile Media Atlanta. Instagrammers, come on over Square Mile Media Atlanta. I'll be bringing a couple of key important brothers on board, and they are in every walk of life. These are black men that have taken personal responsibility to take charge of their community, take charge of their neighborhoods, and be a part of the whole thing, doing something positive to increase our chances of survival in this thing we call this battle. But for everybody that's over on Facebook, come on over, join us, like, share, and subscribe, and be ready to comment over here at Square Mile Media Atlanta. Let me get in here and look at the fellas real good. What's up, fellas? What's going on this evening?
All right, all right.
Oh
Hey, how's it
man,
going?
How's
yeah,
everybody?
nothing like a yes, nothing like a pleasure, brothers. I'm glad that you're here. And uh, someone said earlier, they said, drummer, you put 30 men, and it ain't gonna be enough basketballs for them. It ain't gonna be enough mics. Uh,
Yeah.
that's a lot of brothers to put into one conversation. But normally, no one hears from the black male. The only time we hear from the black male is somebody says, what's the score of the game? Did Georgia beat Tennessee yesterday? What you think about Matt Ryan leaving the Falcons? But we got more serious situations than that. When we look at our community and each of you brothers, and I know some other brothers will be joining us, but each of you brothers are currently involved in some things. I shared a whole lot of things. It's about 60. The number got up to 60. We started out with 26 like the alphabet, but it got up to about 60 issues that we're being faced with in the black brown community, and people are asking, where is the black man? But tonight we want to get that out front. And I'm looking at the brothers that we got here. Let me look real close, man. Got to take my glasses. Brother Doc Wooten, welcome. How you
Yeah,
doing, my brother?
we're
Brother
doing good,
Pedro
man.
Os. Yes, brother Pedro Osborne Dennis. How you doing, my brother?
Great, I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Brother Ray Jones. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, brother. Thank you.
Brother Nathaniel Dyer. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Brother
Doing
Orin
great.
Hudson with the chessboard in the background. What's up, soldier?
Podcast right fast.
Yes, brother Marty Davis. What's up there? Buying back the dirt. Yes, sir. And what's up, brother Dwight Calhoun? Now
Hey,
brothers. Oh man, it's a pleasure to meet. Now I've got favor because I've met all you brothers before, but
yeah,
here is an opportunity. A lot of times, black men don't get 3 minutes to talk a little bit about themselves, uh, tell you what they're doing, shape some things up, so you'll get an idea, a snapshot of what they represent. So we're gonna give ourselves about 3 minutes, uh, and everybody's on the clock. Okay, everybody's on the clock, and some other brothers gonna be joining us. But I want to. I'll probably start it off, guys, and just to give you an idea, we're gonna just go round robin. And I just had to find a clock over here. So if I go over 3 minutes, stop me, okay? Somebody says, stop, drummer, stop. Okay? I don't have a timekeeper. But my name is Reginal Drummer. I'm a peopleologist. When you ask me as a black man being in America, how I feel about certain things, whether it be abortion, I'm pro-choice, whether it's comes down to voting, I think you should vote, but I think you should hold politicians accountable, buy, lease, rent, or own a politician. When it comes down to family, I believe family values are important. I believe relationships are important. I believe the economy is strong when you have strong black and brown families. I believe in the military. I believe in jobs. I believe in business. Also believe in crime prevention. I also believe that not to get rid of the police, but police should have some educational training when it comes down to interacting with black and brown people within the community. I also believe that educational is fundamental and it should be available to everybody out there. And I believe that everyone has or should be have the opportunity for better health care. All those things. These are things that I believe. Also, my specialty as a peopleologist is bringing people together. So this evening, that's my whole goal, to bring some brothers together so that their voices can be heard and shared with the rest of the world. And that's my thing, and that's my take on that. And I'm ready to hear from the rest of you brothers. Let me see who we can bring on first. Let me bring Brother Orrin Hudson. Brother Orrin, how you doing? Can you hear me? Now, this brother, I've been knowing Orrin, goodness, over 20 years, and I know you were involved in mentorship when it comes down to helping a lot of young people develop better habits when it comes down to life skills, and you use chess as a means of doing that. So welcome to the conversation this evening. You got 3 minutes to tell people a little bit about yourself so the rest of the group will know who you are and what you're doing. Brother Orrin.
I think it's acting up like mine.
Your mic's up?
It's not muted.
Well, we might pass on Brother Orrin for a second. We got plenty of brothers in here. We can just go down the line. Doc.
Right. Yeah. Can you hear me?
How you doing, my brother? Brother Doc.
I'm good. Yeah.
Brother Doc, I've been knowing you for a couple of years. We came by way of James Stiggers with the Men of Sandtown and started to go into schools and mentor young people for his reading, entrepreneurship and things like that, and also that regular men's ministry that you do once a month. But introduce yourself and talk a little bit. We got 3 minutes to tell us a little bit about who you are and what you're doing and how you solving problems.
All right. First of all, I'm Donald Wooten. I originate out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Started out with humble beginnings, and early in life, I saw a lot, but I knew the only difference that was going to be depended on me, because the world is can be a very strange place and unkind to people who don't recognize it and know what they're dealing with. Along with that, I served in the military and retired from it. And as Reggie said, that I lived there in Atlanta for a little bit. I'm down here in Florida right now, the Fort Myers area. And while I was in Atlanta, I got up with this church called Ebenezer United Holy Church. And we do a lot of community outreach for the downtrodden, the forgotten. And we have understand that the thing that isolate people from society is sometimes the things that we mostly overlook, and that's love. Love is an action, but it's so overused, the word, but there's no action to go along with it. Love should be an action. And when they say you love your brother, you love your sister, then there should be action involved with it by reaching out to them. That drove me to this point, whereas I do substitute teaching here in the public school system. And I also do a men's ministry that we run out of Ebenezer United Holy Church there. And in our men's ministry, we're just talking about good men being better men for God. And along with that, we talk about understanding. In all thy gettings, get understanding. One of the things that's missing in our community is understanding. A lot of our young brothers and sisters lack understanding of what's going on around them, and that seems to isolate them. And so what we do is try to talk about that. Everyday life skills. And I'm very happy to be here tonight. And I thank Reggie for having me on, putting me the first one in like that. But you brothers, in whatever area you're in, keep pushing forward. We cannot stop. And whatever we do, we have to do it with love, care, and understanding. Thank you.
Oops.
Reggie, you back up.
Doc. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Doc. You did 3 minutes on the nose. Brother Oren, are you ready? That mic's clear? Brother Oren. Oren Hudson. Oren's trying to get that mic rolling. But we're going to bring another brother in here. What's up there, Sir Marky Do? What's up, soldier?
What's going on, King?
Oh man, been knowing Sir Marky Do. Good to be seen, my brother. Been knowing you for so long, brother. When it comes down to entrepreneurship and helping young people, I couldn't think of nobody else, especially a black man, that's got something out there for our young people. And so I know you got 3 minutes to go with. Come on in.
Oh, well, here I am. How you doing, brothers? Great to see y'all tonight.
Sure.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Again, I'm Sir Markadu, and I want to thank Reggie for giving me an opportunity to be on his platform. The brother that came in before me, very well done. You know, one of the things I want you brothers to know, I'm going to go deep, then I'm going to come back to today. I was one of these young cats in the streets, right? I was about 8 years old. I got molested. And I was molested from 8 till I was 13. Second time, first time was from a girl. The second time was one of my uncles. And so I was going to, my mother said to me right around about a day before I was getting ready to commit suicide, she said, I should have flushed your ass down the toilet when I had a chance. And that sticks with me to this day. And this is why I teach young minds that horrific as things are in your life, you can be dead right now, you know?
Yeah.
And I went at the age of 10, I started into economics. And by the time I was 11, I had developed a system that was working like nobody's business, being taught today all around the world. But I went on at 13 to be, after I didn't commit suicide, I never asked my mother for money again. And I went on to be a prolific business little dude. I was making money every day, every single day of the week. And, you know, I got to say, sometimes I doze, but I never close, you know? So what happened over time, I ended up smoking crack cocaine, sniffing heroin, and got married 5 times, divorced 5 times. But I started a company, you might have heard of it, Heavenly Body Products. I started that company 9 months after I got crack cocaine and heroin.
Wow.
And I bought 24 T-shirts, and today I have a 10,000 square foot warehouse. I have a couple of $1 million in inventory in there. Not bad for a dope fiend, ex-dope fiend anyway. But my thing is I teach God's people. The name of our company is called Heavenly Body Products. We help God's people prosper. Okay. I'm not last but not least. The other one is I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Chronic Killer. ChronicKiller.com. If you ever heard of Chronic Killer, you ever used my product, you ever sprayed it, ever seen it in the stores, that's me. I created it. It's out of the mind of a black man.
All right.
So I just want to let you know, if you have any youth and young adults in your family, you have any youth and young adults in your community, feel free to come up to Heavenly Body Products and take a tour so you can see what, you know, your halfway crazy guy got to do. I love God's people, and I love the youth and young adults. I'm getting ready to do a lot of work around mental health, mental wealth, because I really believe that mental wealth is our mental health is our mental wealth. So you can't, like my brother said, you can't be stopped. I talk to young people all the time. God's gonna give you what you desire. So if you desire, there was one point I desired to be a dope fiend. Hey, can I get my phone number? Can I get my phone number?
Hit that phone number. You're gonna get a chance again. Hit it. Go with it.
404-578-3549. That's my cell number. Call me anytime. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Right. Thank you.
Stay blessed by the best and nothing less. Yes, sir.
No doubt about it, my brother. What's up, brother Oren?
Could you put
you
it
got
in
that
the
speaker
chat?
working? Yeah, put it in the chat. Put that number in the chat, sir. Type your number in the chat, okay? Yes, Oren Hudson,
yes,
you ready yet, brother? All right, Mr. Oren Hudson. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. The brother's been waiting.
I'll take his time.
Another brother. No, I got some more brothers. They in the chat. I got they waiting, man. We like Alabama. We load up the offense, baby. I got brother Marty. When I first met this brother, Marty Davis, you know, as Marty came in through a window tint training course. And this brother, you know, even on the window tint, I said, well, this brother do something else. And then I found out he was detailing. I said, well, this brother, he's a different character. And I said, this brother here, as a black man in America, he said, Drummer, I don't care how much it is, how hard it is, who the president, who this is. He said, one of the things, and you've been on the show, we talked about buying dirt. He said, man, if you don't own no property, if you don't have no ownership,
that's right,
you behind the ball. You won't get ahead. But Mr. Marty Davis, how you doing, my brother?
I'm blessed. How are you, sir?
Doing great. You got 3 minutes to let us know something.
I don't take no time. That's just it. You know, me and my family, we have a real estate company, rentals and purchasing, and my wife's a broker. So we've been blessed. Like I said, once we realized that ownership was the key to it all, it gave us a whole different perspective, and we just took off from there. And that's the perspective I come from. Ownership, I realize it gives you a whole different mindset, a different view. You're not concerned with the government, local, state, national government. You realize that you own you control your destiny primarily. That's what it's about. It's not looking to the left or the right of you. All that stuff is distraction, fellas. I promise you it is, man. It has nothing to do with us anymore. They can't hold us down. They can't hold us back. You know what I'm saying? No excuses. Primarily, that's what I'm telling you. No excuses. You get ownership, you get a clear view of your life, and you take control forward in that manner. Period. No excuses. That's it.
Amen. Amen.
That's it. That's all. It's mindset. Mindset over everything. I promise you. Mindset over everything, man. That's it, Drum. You know me. I preach it every day.
I know it's gonna be short and straight to the point, my brother.
I beat it like a drum, man. It's really that simple. It's that cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta look for these other issues, nothing, man. If we control our destiny and keep our mindset correct, we can do anything we want to do. I'm a living example, man. Me and my family, man. I promise you. Like you said, you started off training me. Remember window tint, and I just knew that was a level up, and then go from there. We take that money and we put it into something bigger, and we grow. Right. And now I know the cheat code, which is real estate for me and my family. That's really what it is, man. Yes. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to know all the game, but if we do one thing right, bro, it's self-explanatory. It really is. It's self-explanatory, man. For all of us. Like I and my man got his business. You know, ownership. We ain't got to worry about what Trump or Obama or any of them gonna say.
No,
they got
no,
their own agenda, believe it or not. You know, I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. I'm just telling the truth. You know,
bring it, bro. Bring it, bring it.
You know. So we control our own destiny. Period.
Right. Well, definitely thank you on that, brother Marty. That's powerful. You know, I'll see you sometime in the morning.
Oh yeah, you know,
yes, sir.
I'm up 3-4. Call me.
Oh yeah, this brother don't sleep. I think none of these brothers up here, none of you guys sleep. You know, that's why when they say
where
they say when the book where is the black man? I said I know where some black men are. I got another brother, and I've been knowing this brother for a minute, brother Nate. Brother Nate also has a program. Exposed. Brother Nate is constantly out there putting his foot in the behind of, especially in Atlanta, the educational system, the school system, making sure that our kids are in a position where the schools are stable, the educational criteria is up, and the people from the superintendents all the way down are on point and in place. But brother Nathaniel Dyer, how you doing this evening, my brother? I'm gonna introduce you to Tom and reintroduce you to most of the ones that have not heard of you. Come on board. You got 3 minutes, good soldier.
Okay, well, I appreciate it, and I say it's an honor to be on a panel with strong brothers. I just start off by saying my name is Nathaniel Dyer, and I kick ass for black boys and girls. Make no apologies about it.
Wow.
They're under attack. And, you know, a lot of people say it starts at home with our young people. Now, you know, Brother Marcus, you said you had your issues growing up. Like, you know, we all have our backstory, but nobody really talks about what happens outside of the home in the development of a child. And most of that destruction happens in the classroom. You know, you have a system where if teachers are in fear and feel intimidated in the classroom, they're only half of, or not even a whole adult to move the energy of a young person with that backstory forward. So a child coming from a home of abuse, or in some situations where they're doing well, gets into this culture of education, which is destructive. Now, we lately in the news, we've heard about this anti-Jewish sentiment, right? Well, hell, we're bombarded on a daily basis with anti-black sentiments. From the 5 o'clock news to every disease that comes out, we have the highest numbers. We're the most criminal-minded by their standards. What else? We're commercialized as the biggest clowns and buffoons, but yet we're supposed to accept all of that. And we look at the people who are supposed to be successful, who should have more of a voice and freedom. Let's say like the Kyrie Irvings, and just say in that realm, they shut them the hell up. So the reality is, in my mind, there's nobody to come to rescue us. We are the ship at this point in time as men. I appreciate Reginal because he continues to push the envelope with information and bring in a strong body together. But it's our time now. Okay. The system is not ready for us as a collective, the black man, because I think they have us all linked and shut down. You know, look at the propaganda. Look how hard they have to work on the daily with the propaganda. Now, my background is graphic design, marketing, branding. So I studied that completely. Been in the field for 30 years. So I understand perception. I understand the marketing tools. But it's, you know, as a man, it's difficult for me, well, just hypothetical, to take a breath watching TV without something that pisses me the hell off. Like that's not I don't know no damn clown who acts like this around a new car or, you know, a bag of chips or some shit like that. Excuse my language. That's how the hell it is. So if we feel that way, imagine how our young black boys feel and look at us as clowns. They don't want to hear anything from us. So it starts education, you know, get into those classrooms and putting a clamp on this system as to why aren't these children developing? Why can't they read? You know, coming out of slavery, the main components was being educated, owning land, and being left the hell alone. But we see that now they want to snatch the education. You know, what child born doesn't want to learn? I don't care what the level of how fast they pick up things. If a child can walk and crawl and learn to walk, or is babbling and learns to talk, nothing can get in that child's way, especially with a lot of conditions that we grew up in. So I just want to end by saying that we have to watch this propaganda, empower our young people in education. And I'm telling you can't be friends with these snakes in these school systems. They are snakes and venomous, and you have to crush the hell out of them for the best interest about you. Now, I have an organization called Kids First, and then another thing called Unneed. So I'll leave it at that. I think that's my 3 minutes, Reginald. Well, I'll say one more thing. I had to take a case to the Supreme Court, representing myself pro se. And do you know these fools fabricated evidence? Appellate, federal court, and appellate. Now, I have no legal background or anything, but I have a brain and a common damn sense. So we have components within ourselves to be successful. So I'm happy to be a part of this panel, and let's make it work. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, brother. For everybody in the chat, we got a lot of people in the chat too. They're gonna be giving some questions. I want to get you brothers in there. Trying to get everybody rolling and strolling. Brother Oren, you got that mic ready, brother?
Can y'all hear me?
Okay.
Yeah. Come on in, brother. You texted me. You said I'm trying to keep you out. I want to hear your mouth. I've been knowing this brother for a minute. I can't beat him at chess. And he's been all around the world. And if you know this brother, man, he's got a heart of just kindness when it comes down to helping young people. And without any further ado, Mr. Oren B. Someone Hudson.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Reginal Drummer, we go back a long ways, but the bottom line is I teach young people 6 magic words. Take time to think things through. And so the problem with society is our young people are doing the first thing that pops in your head. Don't do the first thing that pops in your head. The first thing that pops in your head is usually a trap. So I'm teaching people how to pause, ponder, pivot, pray, proceed. Why? Because you can make one move in life and never recover. So I'm on a mission to use the game of chess as a metaphor to teach young people how to navigate through the complexities of life. I train over 88,000 kids. My goal is 1 million. And chess saved my life, and I'm just paying it forward. Chess is a perfect game to teach young people that you win or lose based on the decisions that you make. And I like what someone said earlier. They talked about, in all you're getting, get understanding. So I teach young people how to get understanding, how to move with love, how to walk with love. When you walk with love, you're walking with God. And when you're walking with God, you always reach your destination. So let's cover the word love for a second. Love means to look for the good. Love means to give without expecting anything in return. God is love. And if you moving with love and you looking for the good and you give without expecting anything in return, you will always reach your destination because God is love. So I teach young people everyday life skills, how to make your next move your best move. I beat one of the top Russian grandmasters in the world, and the only reason I was able to beat him is that I made good moves. So I believe in teaching young people that when you make good moves, it didn't matter who you are, it didn't matter where you come from, it don't matter about your bank account, your hood, where you from, the hood, or where are you from, it doesn't matter. If you make good moves, you get good results. Nature is neutral. Yeah. So my department, my organization is called besomeone.org, and we train over 88,000 kids. My goal is 1 million, and we teaching young people how to play chess and how to make good decisions. And my message is brains before bullets. Think it out, don't shoot it out. The only way to fight is to use your head.
Amen. Amen.
So move with love. When you move with love, you're moving with God. And you're moving with God, you will always reach your destiny. I even wrote a rap song about it. So I meet children where they are. I was a troubled teen coming up. I was in and out of foster home. I was a gang member in my teens. And a teacher pulled me to the side and said, listen, I'm going to teach you chess. I said, I'm a checker guru. He said checkers is half-assing. He said checkers is using half of the board. He said chess, you're using every single square on the board. I'm going to teach you how to navigate through the complexities of life and how to make your next move your best move. So I'm living my dream because a teacher got me out of a game and taught me how to use my God-given brain.
All right.
Oh, thank you, my brother Orrin Hudson, brother. And thank you, brother, for the patience. You guys get to hear other brothers that doing some things. And we, when we put those topics out there, we put everything from abortion to how do black folks feel about abortion, how you feel about the word black, how you feel about the word nigger, how do you feel about crime, how you feel about this, how you feel about that, how you feel about voting, all this type stuff. Well, I got another brother, been knowing this brother for a minute. This brother's out there in the community. This is Brother Ray Jones is out there in the community. And when I first heard about reparations, I was like, oh man, I want to check. Uh, and when he broke it down, I think we had you on the show a couple times there, Brother Ray. But Brother Ray Jones, you got 3 minutes. Tell people a little bit about who you are, what you're doing as a black man in this place called America.
Well, thank you
How you
so
doing?
much, Reginald, for having me. And I really appreciate this panel with some strong brothers doing real work in the community, because we've been slighted so much. They try to paint us in a light using negative propaganda as if we don't exist. So just off the rip, I salute everything that everybody is doing, because this is a giant puzzle. I got a puzzle theory. When we put these pieces together, we won't be able to be stopped. We are the ones we've been waiting for, and we have everything we need within our community. So yeah, I'm with ADOS Atlanta. That stands for American Descendants of Slavery. And I've always been active in the community, but when I came across this organization and I realized that they were pushing for reparations and transforming the Black agenda for the descendants of American chattel slavery, which are, Black Americans, I realized that's an organization that I wanted to build with. So we talked to politicians and we definitely let them know, look, we need specificity through policy for us, not just people of color, because we've been hurt politically by, basically the Democratic Party. That's who we vote with the majority of the time. But they're basically, they push for everyone except straight white men. And, that's kind of ridiculous, because we need resources to go to us specifically. So when we have conversations with them, they always say people of color and Black and brown and minorities. And then when they talk about the problem, they speak specifically to us. But when it comes to the solution, they include everybody else. So we actually don't get the resources we need. So what we do is we keep them on task with helping us specifically. So I also joined through that inspiration. I said, okay, let me get active in my community. So I joined my NPU, which is the neighborhood planning units. There are 26 neighborhood planning units in the city of Atlanta. I'm with NPUR. So that's the Southwest Atlanta. That's in between Cascade and Campbellton Road, from Adams Park all the way down to Greenbrier Mall. So that's a very pivotal part of Southwest Atlanta. And through that, we have been dealing with every business that comes in the community. We make them agree to an MOU, or memorandum of understanding, and a CBA, community benefits agreement, saying, okay, if you want to build here, you are going to have to do this, this, and this, and make sure that you're helping the community. You're not just a business that is not impacting the community. So that's been very pivotal. And through that, me being on the executive committee of that NPU, I actually have started a youth engagement committee. And that youth engagement committee, in 2023, we're going to have a program called Trade and Trade, a trade and trade initiative. That's going to be teaching young Black men a trade along with teaching them how to day trade. So yeah, okay. I want y'all, we're going to teach y'all how to day trade with a simulation account. And when you learn how to make money on that simulation account, we'll give you $1,000. But that's not enough. You're going to have to learn a trade, because as you ride around through the city and you look at who's building these houses, y'all, it's not us, man. It's Latinos. Respectfully, that's an issue. So we're talking to politicians to make sure that, and we're talking to businesses to make sure, like you said, Marty, I'm in full support. We need to make sure that we're actually producing, and what my role in that is to make sure that brothers like yourselves are getting the government contracts, because those are the biggest clients. We need government contracts as well. So it's not a it's and we got to do both. So I'm engaging in the community, I'm engaging with government to make sure that our brothers that have these services are actually being able to have the government contracts, and these businesses that come in our community, we're making sure that they guarantee that they're going to provide work for Black contractors. So I salute everything y'all doing, and everybody keep up the good work.
Thank you there, Brother Ray. Thanks for all the work that you're doing, and thanks for all the patience, brothers. We got brothers trying to get in. They're going to be in the chat. The only reason I'm not addressing the brothers in the chat right now, I don't want to press the button and lose everybody up here. So I'm going to check the brothers that's in the chat. We're going to be here to 9:30, so we got some time. This next brother, when you look at all the stuff that we face with, it's black and brown people, Black people here in America. The young people at an early age is critical. And this is Brother Osborne Dennis. I've been knowing this brother, man. We done watched cars together. We done did all kind of stuff over the years. Maybe, man, I've been out to this folks' place, man. I call it the compound, man. When I'm out there in Conyers, I forget I'm in Atlanta, man. They have to tell me to leave up out of there, man. But this brother started an organization, 321 Stop Bullying. We did a lot of work out there in Conyers. We got some more work to do. And I know you guys just came off of something where you had people engaged, but just entering the schools and making sure that the kids are safe. But what's up there, Mr. Pedro Osborne Dennis? 321 Bullying in the house.
321 Stop Bullying. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
It's an honor to be here. 321 Stop Bullying is the nonprofit foundation standing for awareness, accountability, and action. I believe that you have to be hands-on with kids and just basically just to speak life and show love. After serving 6.5 years in prison, I knew that I had to make a change in order to be a blessing. God brought me from a long way, man, from selling drugs on the street corner to getting arrested doing state, and then from state being going to the feds and doing 6.5 years. And I knew that, being a father of kids and being a son, that I had to do something. So when I came home, I started 321 Stop Bullying, just been able to go around, speak life and show love to kids. We just did a DARE program down here in Greene County, working with the sheriff department and also the local church, Flat Rock Community Church. And we're also going to be doing another anti-bullying march in Conyers this upcoming summer. I also believe that in order for kids to make a big change, it has to be, they have to see an example. And that's what that's the part we have to play in. And a big part of that, have to show kids a positive example, be the positive role model. Because right now we can't leave it to the music, we can't leave it to the guys on the street corner. Kids are in desperate need of finding something and someone to follow. So I say let's put 10 toes down that positive role model for kids and let them know that no matter what you're going through in life, and I also believe in sharing your testimony. Whatever you're going through life, listen, you're not alone. You're not the first person to go through that. And God got a hand. And, you know, it takes rain to make a rainbow. So I'm just teaching kids to stay down for your crown. Don't throw in the towel. God got a plan for you. And like I said, to speak life and show love and let them know that no matter what they're going through, they're not alone. And that's 3, 2, 1, stop bullying.
Amen.
Thank you very much. Yeah, my brother. Appreciate that. All the work that you're doing. Got another brother. You know, I know we into a lot of education. I had this brother on a couple weeks ago. This brother focuses on a lot of things, you know, but one of those things was what we call STEMs: science, technology, engineering, and math. We need black people involved in all of those areas. Okay, you can do the sports, you can do the athletics, and all that type stuff. But if you're not designing, producing, or creating something, we're gonna be behind the 8 ball, all that type stuff. But this brother Dwight Calhoun, how you doing, my brother?
Hey, I'm good, brother Reginald. Thank you for bringing me on.
Yes, sir.
All
Well, you
right,
got
I
3 minutes
guess
to let him. Yes, sir.
make it shorter than that. All right, brothers. First of all, I thank God for bringing me on to this panel. They talk about where are the black men. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at them right now.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm looking at them right now, and I say that because I rarely, if ever, watch television because I know from what I see is wrong and it's not the narrative that I want to see. It's not the narrative that I want to present. So I rarely watch it because, like I said, it's just the narrative that they constantly paint us in a bad light. One thing that got me back motivated about working with the youth, someone sent me a video when the Olympic team got off the bus in China and they were calling them niggas. And I said, man, that's crazy. I say, I have to get in. Whether or not I wanted to, but the image that the world was seeing us based on what they see on television is not who we are. So with that being said, my specialty is I just framed a program called Esteem. You know, people do STEM, they do STEAM. I added Esteem. The E stands for entrepreneurship. S stands for science, you know, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Now, with that, if we teach them the STEAM program, their self-esteem will be high. Yeah. And I focus more so on the economics part of it. And here's why. I created a program called the ABCs of Agronomics because generally people get over on us because we don't know economics. We don't know entrepreneurship. We don't know what's the starting point as far as starting a business. And so I break it down alphabetically because my formal training for my program starts at 3 years old. So at 3 years old, a child is familiar with the alphabet. So that's my starting point. So for example, A stands for ergonomics. I have a small definition of what ergonomics mean. B stands for bank. C stands for currency. D for deposit. E for economy. Now, this is how this works. A is agronomics. That's anything that comes out of the earth, on the earth, or above the earth that man gives value to. Now, that's anything on Wall Street. Oil, diamonds, corn, uranium, everything that's sold on Wall Street comes out of the earth, on the earth, or above the earth. And they turn it into a program where man gives value to it. So man decides on what's the value of that car, what's the value of that diamond, what's the value of that gold. Now, I have to break it down to that point because when I'm in the classroom, I realize our children don't even know where food comes from. They don't know where milk comes from. They've not been taught that milk comes from a cow. So I have to break the program down to its least common denominator. So I use the alphabet. So B is bank. Okay, follow me. I realized that The economy and the ecology is synonymous one to the other. You have the banks of a river, right? Okay, then you have the Wells Fargo Bank. It serves the same purpose. It directs the current of the currency. It does not hold the current of the currency. It directs it. Just as when you go to the bank at 5 o'clock, that Brinks truck pulls up and take that currency out of the bank and deposit it, the D is deposited into someone else's community or economy or ecology. And that's why their community grow and ours does not. In 1 minute, that's how all money works. I don't care if it's cryptocurrency, fiat money, cash app, food stamps, whatever currency that you're using. It is a tool. Now, with that being said, that is the way all currency works on the international basis. They take all the resources out of Africa, or South America, or Asia, and put it into the world's bank, or a bank, the Bank of France, the Bank of London, the Bank of Germany, and take that currency and deposit that currency into their local economy, ecology, or country. And that's why their countries grow and Africa does not. It's that simple. I don't care what they call it, how they use this fancy terminology, how money works in Wall Street. Like I said, your community is a Wall Street. Every product that's sold on Wall Street is sold in your local community. So I get to the point where I will call it, I teach microeconomics, how it works in your local community. So that's the gist of the program. I started at 3 years old. On top of that, I use that teaches children to think analytically. You always ask 5 basic W's: who, what, why, when, where. And then you have the 3-step children: how, outcome, and the value of the wealth. Now the children not just seeing it at face value. So without expanding the concept, that's where I start. At age 3, formal training. At age 3, at 5 years old, they get into the program with 5 other children. So I put them on a team. We have success on the basketball team, the football team, the hockey team. Why don't we put them on a team to start their own business?
Yeah.
So I set them into a business network at that age. So that's how the program worked.
Thank you there, Brother Dwight. You know, you got a plethora of things that you do and bring to the table.
Yes.
You brothers, you know, I got some more brothers in the chat, this and that. I got another brother that's coming on by way of and thank you there, Letitia. This is a powerful, epic collaboration. I'm proud of every black man. This is what the women's saying. Thank you there, Letitia. Represented here. Bravo to all of you. Stay on the mission no matter what. We need better leadership now. I know she said I was raised by a black man. Yeah, this is sister, my lady friend, Miss Letitia, is putting it out there. Yes. But this brother, you know, we look at politics, and one of the things that I was really appalled about, I saw an article that said, well, nobody's focusing on the issues of black men. You know, people say, well, abortion is pretty much a woman's issue. Immigration is pretty much immigrants' issue. But nobody was focused on the issues of black, brown people. Here in Georgia with the governor race, I don't think Stacey nor or what's the other guy said anything about the issues of black men. But or even with Warnock and Herschel Walker. But there are issues that black men need. But we got a tape of a brother. I only got to meet this brother one time. The pastor over at New Birth, Brother Jamal Bryant. And our producer, Miss Adrian, is going to drop that in on us for a little bit. That way I can catch up on these chats. And if you brothers hold on, if you got to leave, we're going to drop some more brothers in, okay? But, man, I appreciate you brothers just for, see, it's hard to document black men saying something. You know, people say, well, we know they know the score of the game. We know they keep up with the Braves and the Falcons. But when you get black men that's got a point of view, and all you guys are what they call alpha males. You know, I don't think I missed nobody out of this group. But if you can key that video up, Miss Adrian, we can drop that into the format, and then I can look at some of these questions that are here in the chat. If you brothers be a little patient, if you got to leave, I appreciate you. Much peace and love. Definitely gonna be working with you on some things. Make sure you type your number information in the chat. So that people can get, we're gonna broadcast this, we're gonna show this over and over and over. Man, we do like CNN, like they show bad news, we're gonna show this. So it's gonna go over and over and over and over again. So man, I couldn't ask for another group of better brothers. And we're gonna come back for this second half with a little Q&A, gonna ask some questions. A lot of people in the chat asking some things, but you can't do everything at one time, but we'll have some questions for you guys that remain. And even if some new brothers come on in, we'll introduce ourselves, okay? So, Miss Adrian, you can drop that video on us whenever you get that moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, when the Republican Party of Georgia moved
and
Herschel Walker from Texas to Georgia so that he could run for Senate, it's because change was taking too fast in the post-antebellum South. The state had been flipped blue, and there are some principalities that were not prepared for a black man and a Jewish man to go to Senate at the exact same time. So they figured that they would delude us by picking somebody who they thought would in fact represent us better with a football than with a degree in philosophy. They thought we were so slow, that we were so stupid, that we would elect the lowest caricature of a stereotypical broken black man as opposed to somebody who is educated and erudite and focused. Y'all ain't ready for me today. Since Herschel Walker was 16 years old, white men been telling him what to do. Telling him what school to go to, where to live, where to eat, where to buy a house, where to run, where to sit down, where to sleep, where to pay for abortions, where to buy a gun. And you think they not gonna tell him how to vote? In 2022, we don't need a walker, we need a runner. We need somebody who gonna run and tell the truth about January 6th. We need somebody who gonna run and push for the cancellation of student loan debts. We need somebody who gonna run and make the former president respond to a subpoena. We don't need a walker, we need somebody who will be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding, knowing that your labor is not in vain. Georgia, I need you to know the slave Negroes y'all are used to don't live here no more. We can think for ourselves, function for ourselves, and vote for ourselves. Why? Because we don't need a walker.
I hope you brothers were able to hear that.
Yes.
We got brothers in the chat. For all the brothers that couldn't get in, we had a lot of questions. We'll do a part 2, but in the area of politics. And I hope this my speaker is coming. You guys can hear me okay? Is it coming in clear?
It's a little muffled, but I can hear you.
Okay, let me see what's going on here.
Hey, Reggie, I'm gonna drop out so you can bring someone in, okay?
Okay, Doc. Well, tell them how to get in touch with you and let them know so that these men can plug into the monthly ministry that we do on Saturday morning.
I did. I put it in the chat. I already sent it.
Oh, you're a great man. All right, Doc. Peace and power. Right. Much love.
All right. Peace and love to you all, brothers. Y'all have a good evening.
Thanks a lot.
All right,
stay safe down there, man. Okay?
All right.
All right. Peace and blessings. And we'll probably drop another brother in here in a minute. I know Brother McKeel Brother James. We're gonna get you brothers in here. But fellas, and this is probably a question in the area of politics. Uh, well, let me do this first. If you looked at the different things that we had, and one of the things that talking to a lot of brothers, I interviewed a lot of brothers, and uh, we got brother Mikhail. He's gonna be coming in too. But I interviewed a lot of brothers, and brother Mikhail.
Greetings. What's going on, my brother?
All right. Well, look, before I start yapping and ask this question, give the brothers 3 minutes of who you are, what you do, and that type of stuff. When I met this brother, well, believe it or not, I've been knowing this brother over 20 years. We were doing some things when we first started war. Man, that was a long time ago. Over the acronym, we are ready over at Adamsville Recreation Center, and this brother we call him the Water Man, and he had the alkaline water. This brother has not stopped, and he's got a plethora. I like to use that word plethora, a plethora of different fragrances and with the water. But he's also got some other things. But brother Mikhail, drop the brothers, let them know who you are, what you do, and what you got to share with us this evening.
You got all right. Greetings, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Mikhail Eric Harris. They call me the Alkaline Water Guy, better known as the Juice, which is my performance name. But I'm also the Alkaline Water Guy. I do alkaline water and also alkaline sun teas. I actually started my business when I was staying in Atlanta, but I'm back home in Detroit now. I actually did. I left Detroit in '93. Went from there to Germany, from Germany to Mississippi, from Mississippi to Atlanta, and to Atlanta, from Atlanta back home. And like I said, I do alkaline water and alkaline sun teas. I was actually one of the first advocates of doing alkaline water when I was in Atlanta, and really pushed it out there before really getting back home. And if you go to one of my websites, my Instagram or TikTok, which is LKHYYM_the juice, you'll see the store locations and a lot of other things that I do. Besides sharing knowledgeable information about things that's going on today as well, according to prophecy and things of that matter.
Okay. I know you we just had, I think last week, you was on board last week. We had you on deck and you shared some things because a lot of times, brothers, especially when you shared the deal about what to do in case the police stop you and they just say, okay, and have a nice day. So I was really impressed with that, brother. And we got some more things that you probably going to be sharing, as we open up some more shows and things of that nature. In 2023, one of the things, and you guys can join that page as well, is called Tell It Like It Is. Now, Tell It Like It is a little harder. I had a lot of pages. Some pages got shut down over on Facebook when we did Corona, the Corona Action Preparation Training Information. They closed that for a minute, but we came back. But I'm pretty sure Tell It Like It is going to be a little bit more controversial, all that type stuff, but it's going to be over there. But it's unapologetically about an issue, for this particular thing. And there was a question in the chat. We all black men, and and this is just go around, and either of you brothers can fire in. We're gonna keep it short. But when it comes down to the stereotypes of black men, many of us hear it. I get a lot of my white counterparts. They say, "Well, Reggie, why are there so many shootings in the black community?" And then I'm like, well, I ain't shot nobody. Okay. But, I can't chuckle at it because I know some of these brothers and sisters that's getting killed. But I don't want to be constantly, reminded that that's happening, even though I'm aware of it, especially if you putting 10 toes down in the streets. But there are stereotypes that people assume like we said earlier, people assume we know about sports. They know and think that we feel certain ways about particular basketball teams, football teams. We run a ball, throw a ball, or hop over something. But when it comes down to stereotypes of uh, black men, what are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts, according to that, is what's being presented today in the media and what's happening and what's been happening around the world, but mainly the covers being pulled off the bed, or should I say, they're looking under the skirts of those who are of the rich, which is that they're saying, like Kanye is bringing out, and Kanye and the basketball player, his name slipped my mind right quick, but they're
Kyrie.
showing right now. Yeah, Kyrie. There you go, Kyrie. So they're showing right now what's been going on. The slave plantation have never. I mean, they just went from outside in the plantation. Now they're on the basketball courts and on the football fields and things like that. From my point of view, see, this guy named Trevor. Y'all may know this comedian named Trevor Noah Trevor or Trevor Noah. He made a comment on one of his YouTubes that a person they know everything down to the letter about these football, basketball, baseball players, when it was the year this happened and all these other things. But when it comes to things as in when it comes to something when it's important for our, I don't want to say race, but for our community as a people, when it comes down to for people like us, we let other people do the thinking for us. We let others tell who we are, what our nationality is. Even when they go to Black History Month, the only thing they can think of, not just Black History Month, but when you talk about Black history, all everybody can do is go back to slavery. They can't go no further than slavery.
Well, that's a good thought,
then the
brother.
ones when you try
yeah, I ain't gonna hold you down, but I know you're gonna come back. But I wanted to kind of keep it short, let the other brothers drop something in there. Yes, sir. But we gonna have you back. We're gonna drop that knowledge like it's supposed to be dropped. But any other brothers, when it comes to stereotypes, how do you feel when you have to face those things, and what's on your mind?
Hey, well, Reggie, that clip that you showed, really, it's a stereotype between a football player and this guy who maybe second, third generation of the plantation, Warnock, who basically a combination of buffoonery. How dare Warnock engage in assassinate, this guy's, okay, basically, we're supposed, black men supposed to be known as rapists, Neanderthals, uneducated. All right. So this dude chose with his supposed wisdom and education to attack this guy, but he throws the black male race into the whole fight, and we don't have our gloves on. So then this guy Walker's camp, which we know who in my opinion, both of them supported by the same guys, because if Warnock was such a threat to anything that's happening on the other side, where he'll have more opposition. There are plenty of white candidates that could have run against him and beat him. But you see, what does he say? He works across the aisles. Well, okay. So what are you doing for the black community? That's the reality. So the overarching theme is, again, it's propaganda to make us. How many times you have to see the commercial of one black man being accused of rape and all these other things, then another black man running over somebody? So who wins and who loses? Then, of course, the 5 o'clock news, all the other propaganda. So this guy, Jamal Bryant, he needs to wake up. I know he's got fraternity stuff on. He needs to wake up and stop leading his sheep to the slaughter.
All right. Get another brother in there. Let's hear it, man. Short and quick.
Well, I'll say this as far as stereotypes is concerned, and kind of to your point, brother. So I don't know, y'all remember when LeBron critiqued the Chinese government? They told him to shut up and play basketball, right? And you have people we're supposed to be on the same side of doing the exact same thing, because Tiffany Cross, who was with MSNBC, actually critiqued black men in Georgia, saying y'all need to fall in line behind black women and just support Stacey Abrams, because black men are questioning policy. So, you know, the stereotype of black men has actually been weaponized against us and monetized to our detriment. So that's why it's up to brothers like us to actually show something different, so people can actually see different examples of what a black man should look like.
All right.
But as Drummond was saying earlier, we've been on each other since, and we talked earlier today. I remembered and asked about the dads on duty back in Atlanta, and what everyone is speaking on. What we're saying is a lot of things that's going on in our community and things that's happening right now. We see what the narrative is, and we understand as men, from what I'm hearing speaking out, all the men that spoke up, we as men, I can't say that we're not standing up, but the ones who are in place that do stand up, is many of us that don't have a voice like them, like the two I just mentioned, compared to the other. I hate to say this, but I gotta say it. House niggers. Now I don't like talking like that, but for them to go against them is all because of how deep they are in with the massa that's paying them and keeping them up front instead of standing up for who we are. But it's going to take us to do it. We got to stand. Once we stand, ain't nothing else they can't do nothing else about it, you know?
Right. And we had another comment, brothers. I don't know if any other brother want to comment on the stereotypes. But one of the things, and it was amongst the issues, I had a younger brother, you know, I've actually talked to over 100 brothers over the last 30 days about being black in America. Okay. And those brothers' ages, my son, some of my nephews, some of them that could not, would not want to be on a visual thing. But one of them was the use of the word nigga. Now, as a black man or African American, you know, title, we want to give ourselves, I look at introductions of compromising people. One of the things that, and we just saw it in the Jewish community. The Jewish people are so upfront, and they know that if you let somebody slide with a little thing, it's going to get bigger. They know that if somebody says something or insults them, you would never catch Jewish people letting you say hi me. You would never catch Jewish people letting you put a swastika in their, you know, in that space. But the tolerance level of black people has been so low. You know, when it gets out of hand, that's when we say we don't want them saying the B word. We don't want them saying the N word. As a matter of fact, there was groups going back years ago buying back the N word. I think the NAACP went broke trying to buy back the N word and buy back guns. But what's your take on especially men? Because when men stand up, a lot of things don't go down, especially black men. And I'm gonna just throw this story out. Brother sent me this earlier today. He said, "Drummer, the black man here in America, his role is so low. Back in the day, my daddy, he didn't get home from work until 12 o'clock midnight. And we ate at 6 o'clock. But it was stated in the family that the the short thigh on the chicken was to be saved for daddy. Okay. Well, now we live in a world that daddy, especially the black daddy, he's not respected. He's not valued. And some places, the black daddy is not even in the home. When you said dad's on duty, uh, it brought that to mind. But when you think about the the male, the black male, what is his position in the family when it comes down to setting some type of order? We see it in the Jewish community. You can't say nothing negative. You can't put them down. You can't make negative comments. We see it in the white community. We see it in the Asian community. But what is it in the black community that the men have allowed things like that to happen, where you can bring a news and people feel comfortable bringing a news, uh, saying the N word, playing it on tapes and all this type of stuff. But how do you guys feel about that?
Hey, well, I just
Oh,
say men don't do that, Reginald. These are
Thank,
boys.
thank you. Thank
okay.
you.
Men don't do that. These are boys. These
Thank
aren't,
you.
and then they're not black men. These are niggas and coons.
There you go.
There's a separation. So we have to understand, part of our frustration is that lack of identifying who's what and who's who. And we have to, people say, well, you can't judge. Hell yeah, you can. When you see things over and over. And we have to be a little more judgmental, a little harsh, to say, hey, this is unacceptable. Okay, you doing this? Oh, well, that's nigga mentality. That's cool. Okay, and then this is the black center, the soul. So I think being more vocal, having a plan of action, acknowledging the power that we possess. Hell, we're the most propagandized people on this damn planet.
That's
so
it.
What does that say? That means you're the number one. Even though these images don't represent us, but hell, they still can't take our souls. But they
brother. I love that, brother.
Yeah.
And every race is making $1 off of us.
Right.
Yep.
They're mimicking our look, our clothes, our style, our swag.
Hey,
everything.
We just got.
Hey, they even lock us up because they can't. They can't contain us.
Let me bring this brother in properly. This is another brother. I've been knowing this brother for a minute. I'm gonna tell you about this brother. This is brother Benton. When I first heard this brother, they said a brother held a world record for washing so many cars in 8 hours. Now Marty. I said, man, who is this Negro? Who is this man that holds the Guinness Book of World Records for washing I don't know how many cars in 8 hours? Now, and come to find out, I said, man, brother, we got to talk. And then I found out some of the work that he was doing in the community. We just had a major conversation about some work he was doing over there in Southwest Atlanta with the family of Rashad Brooks, the brother that was killed by the police in Atlanta.
Hey, I told you I was gonna repeat it. I don't want to hear the name unless some people help her because she need help. Them kids are still alive, and just because they burned down, everybody want to reference it, but ain't nobody helping. I done took beds over there. I done held car wash events, fundraiser car wash events for this lady. What is everybody else doing other than referencing the incident? Ain't nobody help.
All right, my brother. Well, let us know what we can do
in the community.
I know you, and you keeping them cars clean.
Hey, more than that, I'm a child of God. I wish we would have started with that because this is just my permanent tent on earth. But when I leave this place, you see my works.
But what I would like to say real quick, I would like to come in and congratulations, my brother, for doing your help with the sister. I don't know what's going on. I'm in Detroit right now. But
no, I'm talking to the brothers in the community that, I don't know if you knew, Wendy's got burned down. They blamed the cops. It was just, like you said, nigga stuff. Mm-hmm. So, if you really want to hit them when it hurts, it's money.
That's it.
Help the family. And boycott the people that need to be boycotted. Make them suffer where they come and need our vote, our power, our structure. It's time for this thing to turn back. Because if we unify, look, let the call start building up in Black America. Let this unity start building up. Let our bucks start building up. Let our network start building up.
I
Let
think the
God get
best
glory.
way. I think the best way we do that is go back to separation. To be truthful, because as long as we are a part of their community, which is the community at hand, helping the system, we'll never get to the place of where we used to be before they started. I think I might as well just say segregation. Might as well say go back to segregation, because when they integrated, that's the word. When they integrated, that broke us down. So once we start separating and start buying and selling with each other, once we start building our own communities, we start getting our own land, building our own communities, and start segregating ourselves from them. That's our power. But
our power is in business, and
that's right.
God too.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that, but just before I was gonna say, like the other brother a few moments ago when he was just speaking, is one name I want to throw out there real quick that everybody know about being men. We as men, one thing is we allow our women to control us. See, and we got to remember, and this is one thing that I say, like the brother just talking about the Creator, God, as we say. When you go, it's a lot of things that I can share with this that I kind of shared last week. When you go to the system and get married, I don't know how many of y'all know y'all are billionaires. The trust that y'all have at your birth, you're a billionaire as a child, and as you grow, your funds accumulate in your straw man. If any of y'all know about that, in your birth certificate and social security card. By you having a birth certificate and social security card, we are billionaires, and right now we're learning how to access those funds. Like I say, it's a lot of things happening right now. Y'all listened to last week's program. I spoke a lot on that, and also indexing, meaning taking us out of the system, being a sovereign principal, not a sovereign citizen. A citizen is a ward of the state. But a principle, we all are free, but we don't know it. And we have to know the concept and the construct on how to deal separate from this system. And it's real simple. And we're in the day of prophecy right now. And by being in the day of prophecy right now, all we got to do is stand on what we know the information as in how to deal with the, I got two liens against
Brother Miguel, because we got about 6 minutes.
Okay.
We're gonna do it.
Hey, let that brother finish. 2 liens against who? Who you got?
I can go.
Two liens against the state.
Hey, this so-called corporation called the United States of America. It's a corporation. It's a company.
Brother, send me an email. I know exactly what you're talking about. Actually, I tried to go sovereign citizen before.
Hey,
but it's not. If you say citizen, they can connect you with going back to the state.
Catholic Church.
You do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Catholic Church.
Yeah, brother,
exactly.
you gotta catch that show for next week. But brother Miguel, put your information in the chat, because what we're gonna do, as we finish up, you guys will give a minute of your snapshot of being a black man in America and what you're doing. Okay, if you had to give 1 minute to let people know, as a black man, what are you doing? Okay, now, first brother up. As a black man in America, Brother Bentley, what are you doing?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, hey, listen. First of all, glory be to God. I'm Bentley Brandon, and I am a servant. He said, "Greatest among you are those who serve." I am serving. First, that's the first thing I'm doing. Second, I am healing from all the trauma. Everybody there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Man, the screen just went on me, and I just lost everybody.
You got a minute, brother. There,
Okay,
we want to focus on the black. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, pre-COVID, I would say as a black man, I wasn't truly respected for my profession. I wasn't truly respected for what I did in the world. Post-COVID, I mean, I love it. They love me. They give us permission to invade their privacy, their personal space. They give us free content. They give us their money. I love it. I mean, it's just we're serving people, man. For us, the car wash business, we're serving. For us, entertainment, we got the show. You see the sign, you see the shirt, Wash Wars. Washwars.com. We giving them entertainment. We changing people's lives. Everybody has a car, and we're bringing a whole new perspective about it. 1 minute, I'm just a servant, man. I just want you to, when Bentley Brandon was on the line with you, and he just told you he's a servant. Just know me for that, and I'm a child of God. That's it. That's how I am, man. I'm here to serve. You call, we serve. That's it.
Thank you there, brother Bentley Brandon. Man, yes, sir.
We got a lot
Osborne,
going on, but a minute can't even explain a life.
Yes, sir.
It can't really explain a life.
Well, you're gonna be back. You're gonna be back. This will come back around. Brother Osborne Dennis, what's going on? You got a minute.
Hey.
What you doing?
Okay, I'm just trying to be a blessing as much as possible. Like I said, trying to share my testimonies to the youth and whomever. Just trying to stay on the forefront, be a blessing, and just get fully engaged and share my testimony so that it may bring some light and insight to somebody going through their struggles. And just do God's will while I'm here. So that's it.
Thank you, sir. Brother Marty Davis, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Taking it all in. For me, like I said, it's good to hear everybody's side, and we all on the same page. We're saying the same thing, just maybe in a different way. I just understand the importance of, like I say, ownership. I'm gonna die saying that, because it's opened up so many doors for me and my family, and I just know as a people, man, we got everything in play, man. We just got to stick together and do what we say we gonna do. That's what kills me about us, man. We let ourselves down. I'm not looking to the left or the right. I'm looking for us, these guys on this screen right now, man. If I needed to call y'all right now to get something done, and we can make it happen, man. We don't need to look to no politicians. None of that. I ain't against nobody in politics, but it ain't needed. If we get ourselves together, they got to come to you. They only in office because they, we looking to them for a handout. They need to be looking to us. They supposed to be what they say.
That's right.
Come on, man. We get our money up and do what we got to do. Trust me, we holding the cards.
That's it.
I say that unapologetically because I know it to be true. I know it to be true, bro. I promise y'all. I can't say it no other way. I promise you, man. You don't need none of that they got going on. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Nothing. Y'all be strong, man. Be strong.
Yeah, bro. I'm with you, bro.
Thank that brother Marty. Tell it like it is. Brother Ray, what's up?
And I absolutely agree with you, brother Marty. I totally agree with you. And with that being said, I like what the Juice Man said. When we were segregated, we were more of owners, but something happened with integration to where we lost our entrepreneurial spirit. We lost that. We need to regain that. Man. So I'm having conversations with the youth, and I'm giving a skill. I'm telling them, look, instead of working for companies, also learn how to have the companies work for you. Put these companies on the stroll. So I'm teaching them options. Some simple, put them on the stroll, make them work for you. And I let them know, look, the first stock on the stock market was us. We was the first thing on the auction block. So it's time to reverse it. So that's what I'm doing. I appreciate y'all young brothers. I appreciate y'all brothers, and keep up the good work. And it's all about engaging with the community and making a difference. So peace and love.
Peace and love.
Sir, you still there? Sir? Sir Mark do. brother Mikael,
Yes, sir.
closing
Well,
out. What you got to say?
just to share with everyone, I didn't get a chance to say that I went through my spiritual awakening in Europe. I told the Creator, if He brought me to the truth, I'll put the truth in songs and writing and give it to the world. It's up to the world to accept or reject it. I've come to learn a great deal of information, and also we are the children of Israel. And what I like to leave with y'all before I go is look and read Ezekiel chapter 37, 1 through 14. That's Ezekiel 37, 1 through 14. And when you get to the 14th verse, or between the 11 and the 14th verse, it's talking about us. One's on the phone right now as men, and we're going to rise as a great nation. But Ezekiel 37, 1 through 14, that's us as a people, and this is what's going on now. And then you'll understand what Ye and I keep forgetting the basketball brother's name, but yeah, Kyrie and Kanye. That's why I keep saying Ye. Kanye and Kanye, what actually is going on, not with just them, with all of us. And with all the ones that came since Marcus Garvey up until quote unquote Farrakhan, from all of them. This is us standing up. And I just did, so if y'all go to my Instagram, I put it in the chat. I just did one called Two Worlds, and I also did spiritual first before physical. Please check those out, because y'all gonna hear a lot of information in there about prophecy happening right now. So I just wanted to share that. I love y'all, brothers, and y'all can call me anytime. My number, email, and my TikTok and Instagram is in the chat.
Thank you, that big brother. Brother Nate, Brother Oren.
Okay. Hey, first
Did
of all,
I get everybody?
Well,
go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to say it's been a pleasure being on this distinguished panel of powerful brothers, the kind that Warnock, Herschel Walker, and Jamal Bryant will feel uncomfortable being on, because it's real deal, and that's just the reality of it. We're in a checkmate position as Black people, because hey, we're past the civil rights. Now we're integrated, but the problem is they don't want to fully embrace what we bring to the table. You know, we have a lack of inventors, all the things that help us to get to this stage. So I just want to say, first priority, in my opinion, we have to secure the corners for our young Black boys and girls. You know, for them to see all the violence going on, it's like they don't feel safe. So if we walk by them, what level of respect do we gain from them as men? We have to bold up, we have to buck up and make the corner secure for them. And then, of course, the women as well. Once we do that, then we have to have just a simple strategy. You know, we have history shows us that the Montgomery bus boycott, certain things in history that shut that system down. We need to focus high on the billionaires in this country that support that propaganda machine, that want to push goods to us, but then make us feel uncomfortable in buying it. But we need it anyway. When we do that and secure the corners, and then make sure that our young people are educated on the tools that this panel brings, like business ownership, self-awareness, just all those attributes, the future is bright and beautiful. And for me, for one, I'm gonna fight like hell so I can rest easy in my grave, knowing I did everything I could to make sure it came to fruition. So thank you.
Yes, sir. And thank you, brothers, for joining us this evening. Thank you, audience. Anybody that we missed or didn't get a chance to get in, brothers, we'll do a part 2, all that type stuff. But the big thing is, it's time to man up. Nobody's coming to help you. The work has already been done. If you don't put the work in for yourself, for your family, for your community, you'll be a poster child for failure. Now, if you don't want to be that, that's one of the things that we focus on over here when we say we are at war. Trust me, we are at war. Marty showed me a video one time of I think it was a leopard. And that leopard was in pursuit of a deer. That leopard jumped off of a mountain, got the deer, and fell all the way down on the mountain until it finished what it was supposed to do. That was eat that deer. See, every day in the jungle, there's a a deer or antelope that know if it doesn't run our pace, the slowest lion, it's going to become a quick snack or a hearty meal. And then every day in this jungle of life, there's a lion or a leopard that knows nobody's going to bring a lion a meal. Nobody's going to bring it a steak. It's going to have to go out there and get it on its own merits. It's like James Brown said, yeah, I don't need you to give me nothing. You can open up the door. I'll get it for myself. Now, as black men, these are things we have to do. Make sure your family and friends know before you go. Vote. For all us that vote, Tuesday is the big day. But you know what we say over here? Buy, lease, rent, or own a politician. If you don't buy, lease, rent, or own a politician, or you don't have an agenda or something that you want done by that politician, you're going to feel that you've been violated. And as black men, we have to bring what we have as issues to the front of the line. With that being said, this is Reginal Drummer, the peopleologist. I hope that you can like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button over here at our Square Mile Media Atlanta. I appreciate the gentlemen, everybody that was in the panel or the chat. Guys, if I couldn't get you on or we didn't get enough time, we only had a couple of minutes, but keep the work going. And you know what we say over here? Thinking ain't illegal yet. Once they ban thinking, we all doomed. Dream big, act big, and follow up and follow through. Until the next time, we'll see you at the top or from the top. And the view is just so clear from up here. Make it a great day, and thank you, gentlemen. Keep up the good work. If nobody ever gave you a pat on the back, a thumbs up, a high five, a bump fist, a elbow rub, or even a beat on the chest, tonight, as black men being in America, we salute you. Take care. Peace and blessings.